All right. This is One Last Midnight, and tonight we're playing Are You Dumber Than a Box of Rocks? You know you are. You know you are. So, the girls did such a great job yesterday at XCOM that I thought I'd put the pressure on the boys today. And yeah, so I'm thinking this. If you can't beat a box of rocks, I think you've got to give up your spot to one of the girls for the final, take on the chosen in the next adventure. So what do you think about that? What do you think about, you can't beat a box of rocks. You gotta be out of there. I mean, that's it. You can't be trusted with a weapon, So that's what I'm thinking. So, okay, so I called some people out. So my A team is Deliberately Bad Advice, Nerd Too Late, Wharf Rat, Justin, Goblin, Dave, and Creatine has been coming into the A team every once in a while. So, so anyways, I don't know what's going on in chat there, but if there's a problem, you guys got the wrench, take it out, okay? So here's what I have set up. So inside of Discord, there's a waiting area for the live stream. Jump into the waiting area. It's called live stream holding area. It's down on the bottom of the voice chats, and get in there. And then and so I'll pull you guys in. And so this is for people who's got voice. Hopefully all you guys have voice. Goblin, I don't know if I've ever talked to you on Discord or not. Hopefully you have voice going on. But anyways, while we're playing, we can do this one of two ways. And I'll leave it up to you. I'll put up the instructions here in a second. But I'll leave it up to you. I think, you should go individually. But then we should probably, if you want to, you can take it on as a team, right? So you and somebody else can go in there. And your fate will be determined by the team. I mean, I don't know if you want to trust anybody else. You just want to trust your own brain. That's totally up to you. But, okay, so this is it, right? So, here, I'm going to put up the instructions. It's very simple. This game is very simple. And here's the instructions. So I ask you a question on these trivia cards, and I ask it to you or the group if two of you guys want to go, and then I ask the Rock as well. I'm asking all three of you because the Rock's got to know the question as well. And then what happens is that the Rocks and the player answer the question with one of three possible answers. Now, there's only one of three possible answers. It's either going to be a 0, it's going to be a 1, or it's going to be a 2. So those are your answers, 0, 1, or 2. It doesn't matter what the question is. The answers are going to be 0, 1, or 2. And whoever answers it correctly gains a point. Now, you and the Rock can both get a correct answer. And so, that's fine. You and the Rock get a correct. You both get a point, okay? But the player that scores 4 points wins the game, okay? And I'm telling you right now, the Rock is pretty damn smart. That's all I have to tell you. The Rock is smart. Okay, so Goblin, if you have no mic, then you can put your answers in chat, okay? So when your turn is up, you can put your answers in chat, and we'll take you and see how well you do. And then, I don't know if Dave is here as well. I don't know. It's been a while since I've talked to Dave, but so there it is. Okay, so let's get our first victim in. I'm gonna pull you in. It's gonna be random. I'm just gonna grab somebody, pull you in, and here we go. Now chat, be nice. This is what I'm telling chat here. Chat, don't answer the question, man. This is on them. Answer it in your own mind, write it down on a piece of paper, do whatever. Don't answer it in chat. Be an adult. Don't answer it in chat, okay? Answer it after the Rock is answered, okay? So we know the Rock's answer. We'll hear voice, what the player answers, and then you can stick in your answer, all right? Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna pull a player in. We're gonna see what happens from here on out. Nerd. Nerd too late. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. How's your holidays, man?
Great. I drove 9 hours today and just got back home.
Oh my God, you drove 9 hours today. Wow.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
Pennsylvania, visiting some family.
Pennsylvania. Did they get any weather at all?
Now it was like 50s.
I know, it's been so weird. We got back from Mexico to a 60-degree day in Chicago. I thought it was crazy. I'm out there looking at my garden like, should I start planting or what? All right. Well, so did you hear the rules?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, the girls did a great job. I don't know if you saw the XCOM video, but the girls like totally own their mission. And I figured, I want to up it up. I want to give them the opportunity. Well, I want to give you guys the opportunity to prove that you should be on the A team. So if you happen to lose to a box of rocks, man, you don't deserve your gun.
Well, as I mentioned in chat, I have been accused of being sedimentary.
All right. Well, here it goes. All right. So you heard the instructions, right? You're clear. Do you have any questions?
0, 1, or 2, correct?
0, 1, or 2. That's the answer to any question that I give you. Okay. And then the rock can only answer 0, 1, or 2 as well. Okay. So.
Good.
All right. So I'm gonna give you the first question here. Here we go. First question comes out. How many mammals have thicker fur than a sea otter? How many mammals have thicker fur than sea otters?
Let's see. There's DBA. Now I will say 0.
Okay, well, let's see what the rock says. Come on, rocks. What do you got to say to this? The rocks say 1. Okay.
Oh, crap. That's probably right.
All right. Well, let's see what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is. All right. The answer to that question is 0. The sea otter can have as many as 1 million hairs per square inch on parts of its body. All right. So the rock was wrong. The rock is bound to be wrong every once in a while, but Nerd Too Late was correct. All right. So you move up in the tally there. Rock stays here on 0. Let's go on to the next question, shall we? How you feeling? How you feeling about this game?
I'm feeling not good.
Okay. Well, the rock's feeling okay. Well, let's close up the rock. Rock's done answering his question, so let's close up the rock. Let's go on to the next question. All right. How many of these Fellowship of the Ring actors did not get identical tattoos after filming? Elijah Wood, John Ray Davis, or Orlando Bloom. Okay, so let me read it again. How many of these Fellowship of the Ring actors did not get identical tattoos after filming? And it gives 3 names.
I will guess 1.
All right, let's see what Rocks have to say. Rocks, you're saying 1.
Yeah, go stick in the middle.
Let's see what the Rocks have to say. Rock also says 0. All right, Rocks are saying 0. All right, well, let me read this here. The answer to your question is 1. Ray Davis passed on getting inked with the word 9 in Elvish. So you move up a second, but you're doing pretty well, man. You're actually smarter than a box of rocks so far. Well, that's all right. Rocks have
not guessing.
The rocks have been known to come back with a vengeance. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to another question here. DBA's scared. He said he's going to be late because he's too scared. So let's see. Well, here's your third question here. Okay. All right. Well, we'll give you this one. Of oak, palm, and lemon trees, how many are native to Scotland? Of oak, palm, and lemon trees, how many are native to Scotland?
Wow, that seems like a trick. Seems like oak would be the only one. I'm going to say 0.
All right, you're going to say 0. All right, let's see what the rocks have to say here.
Never been to Scotland.
Never been to Scotland either. I don't know. What are the rocks saying? Rocks are saying 2. Rocks answer are 2. All right, well, what is the answer to the question here? All right, the answer to the question is 1. Oof. Only the oak tree is native, although a scattering of imported palms have been planted and have thrived near the country's western coast due to warm currents. So you're both wrong. Nobody moves. Nobody moves anywhere. You stay the same. We move on to the next question.
Crap.
All right. Next question. How many tennis rackets did Serena Williams smash at Wimbledon in 2016 on her way to winning the women's single championship? I'll read it again. How many tennis rackets did Serena Williams smash at Wimbledon in 2016 on her way to winning the women's single championship?
Yeah, boy, I knew that. I can't believe I forgot it.
You're right. Right, it's right there, right?
I'll say 2.
You say 2. All right, your answer's 2. All right, well, let's see what the rocks have to say. You never know what the rocks are saying here. Rocks are saying 1. Okay, right. Well, I'll leave that open so you can see that. Rocks are saying 1. Here we go. Get down camera. All right, answer to the question is 1. It cost her 1 racket and $1 $10,000 fine. So, okay, so you failed that one. Rock's moving up.
Here comes the rock.
Here comes the rock. the rock. I'm telling you, the rock is pretty smart. Pepsi TV, what's going on, buddy? Let's see here. Next question. Of the 4 top-selling beers in the U.S. in 2018, how many are not light beers? Of the 4 top-selling beers in the U.S. in 2018, how many are not light beers?
It's probably 0. I'm going to say 1.
You're going to say 1. All right, let's see. Box it.
I'll say 1. Since it's 4.
All right, you're going to say 1. All right. Let's see what the rocks have to say. The rocks say 0. Keep that open there. Move the rocks down and make it easier to see. All right, rocks say 0. All right, the answer to your question is 1. Only original Budweiser made the top 4, and it was 4th. But Bud Light was 1st, Coors Light was 2nd, and Miller Light was 3rd. So you have advanced, sir. Wow, look at this. Wow. You are moving up the board very, very quickly. Rocks, they have to come back with a vengeance because you're taking it over. All right. Well, this could win you the game. This could keep your spot in the A team, sir.
Could stay there.
You could stay there.
Another alcohol question
with you. You're right. You'll be okay, right? All right. How many of the episode titles on the TV Friends did not begin with these 2 words, the one? How many of the episode titles on TV's Friends did not begin with the 2 words, the one?
Yeah, I know they named them all like that, but probably the pilot maybe wouldn't. So maybe I'll say like 1.
You're going to say 1. All right. Rox, what do you got to say? The rocks say 0. All right. Well, let's see what the answer to the question is. All right. The answer to this question is 2. The first episode is titled The Pilot, and the final, a 2-parter, is called The Last One. So you both got it wrong. You both got it wrong. You didn't clinch it. You didn't clinch it, but Rocks couldn't quite figure it out either. All right. All right, we're moving on here. In how many different countries is the grizzly bear indigenous? In how many different countries is the grizzly bear indigenous?
Let's see. I'll say 2. U.S. and Canada.
All right. Rocks. What are you going to say, Rocks? Rocks say 0. Well, that doesn't make sense. Rocks,
So there are no.
you're stupid, Rocks. Rocks say
Well,
0. Hold on. So the
Grizzly
answer,
bears are all nomads. So travel around.
the answer to the question is this. The grizzly, 2 is the right answer. The grizzly is a North American bear only, living between the United States and Canada. And there it is. Nerd Too Late retains his seat in the A team, and just like that, he is smarter than
Who's
a
got the
box.
stones?
Who's got the stones? Well, we need to change this then here. Let's change this. Let's get the players. And nerd, we're gonna change this to
I'm gonna mute out.
you are smarter than a box of rocks. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for playing, and thanks for retaining your spot, because we would really miss your heavy weapon.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
That's what they all say, right? All right, let's bring on the next victim. Thanks a lot, bud.
Good luck, guys.
Well, hello, Sir Wharf Rat. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Wow, did you see Nerd totally trump this whole rocks thing?
I did.
This is amazing,
did.
right? Right? Are you feeling a little?
Yeah.
Are you feeling nervous? Or are you feeling pretty confident because Rocks lost the first one?
I'm fairly confident, but I don't know. Some of those questions are way outside my purview.
All right. Well, let's see if Box of Rocks got Rocks fail. Rocks did fail. Yes. All right. Well, let me say hi to some people that are in here before we get on to Rocks beating Wharf Rat. Creatine, what's going on? Rad, what's going on? Who else is Crazy Chewy? How you doing tonight? Jared, Cat B, Zur, Submega, and Slippin' Boys. What's going on, Slip? And who else is in here? Anybody else? Jammin', what's going on, buddy? Pepsi, Goblin, and G-Man, what's going on, man? All right. Are you ready, sir? Is your brain?
I am.
Is your brain limber?
Kind of.
Kind of. All right. All right. Well, here is your first question, sir. How many comic books have sold for more than 3 million at auction? U.S. How many comic books have sold for more than U.S. 3 million at auction?
I don't think I've ever heard of one going for that much. So I'm going to have to say 0.
0. All right. Let's see what the rocks have to say. Rocks say 0 as well. All right. You guys are both on the same page here. Keep that open. I keep closing it. All right. Answer to the question is 1. The 1938 Action Comics #1 sold on eBay in 2014 for $3.27 million. It was the debut of Superman. Debut. I don't know why I said debut. Debut of Superman. It was a Superman #1 comic for $3 million. All right. Well, you guys both don't know your comics. You and Rocks don't know your comics. All right. Well,
at least it's a fair start.
It is the fair start. Let's see here. All right. Next question. How many countries have won a total of over 100 gold medals in the Winter Olympics? Here it is again. How many countries have won a total of over 100 gold medals in the Winter Olympics?
Another complete guess. I'll go with 1.
1.
Split the difference.
Rocks, what do you have to say about this? What do you say, Rocks? Rocks also says 1. All right, well, let's see if you guys are right here. The answer to the question is 1. Norway has collected the most with 118 in the overall winter medals. It has snagged 329. The U.S. is second with 282. So you guys are both right. So you both advance. You're a tie. You move up. All right. Hey, Creatine. Creatine, keep the answers to yourself, buddy. Even if you're guessing. Don't play, okay? copy off the default. All right, let's move on to the next question here. Of the original Fab Five Duran Duran members, how many did not have the last name Taylor? Of the original Fab Five Duran Duran members, how many did not have the last name Taylor? And it was Duran Duran, like, were they all brothers or something? That's weird.
I have no idea. There were 5.
There was, right. I thought it was one dude, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was Duran.
Yeah, so another guess.
What are you guessing? What?
2.
2. Oh, 2. All right. Let's see what Rox has to say. What's your guess, Rox? Rox says 2 as well. All right, you and Rox, man, going tie to tie here.
I think the Rocks are cheating off of me.
The answer to the question is 2. Andy, John, and Roger Taylor are unrelated. They're unrelated, but made outstanding music with Simon and Nick for years. Simon and Nick did not have the last name of Taylor. Wow. That's weird that they come up with Taylor for all 3 and they're unrelated. Well, you guys are tied still again.
Yeah.
Neck and neck. Still tied. Moving up. In the question. The next question comes to you. All right. In the 1990s, how many of Time Magazine's Man of the Year covers featured 2 or more people? In the 1990s, how many Time Magazine's Man of the Year covers featured 2 or more people?
I think 1.
Final answer?
Yes, 1.
Final answer is 1. Let's see what the Rocks have to say. Are the Rocks going to follow your lead on this one? Are they going to jump ahead? Or are they going to totally biff it? The Rocks all followed you again. The Rocks say 1. All right. Well, the answer to the question is 2. In 1998, the impeached POTUS Bill Clinton and his accuser, Ken Starr. In 1993, it was Peacemakers DeKirk, Mandela. Is that it? Is that DeKirk? Is that a comma? Mandela, Rabin, and Arafat. So the answer is 2. You both got it wrong. You don't advance. You don't pass go. That's a different game. All right. Let's see here. Next question. According to the 19th century British writer Oscar Wilde, there are only how many tragedies in life? I'll give it to you again. According to the 19th century British writer Oscar Wilde, there are only how many tragedies in life?
I believe the answer to that one is 1 as well.
Okay, you answer 1. Let's see what Rox has to say. All right, Rox has to say 2. All right, the answer to the question is 2. One is not getting what one wants. The other is getting it.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Rocks pull ahead.
Rox pulls ahead. Wow, man. You're in jeopardy here, sir. You're in jeopardy of losing your A slot position.
Can I get the question about the Bears or the Otters?
You want Bears and Otter question? I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, well, here. We'll give you something that is in the animal related. How many eggs does a mourning dove typically lay per brood? I'll say it again.
2.
How many eggs does a mourning dove typically lay per brood? All right,
definitely 2.
2. Okay, let's see what Rox have to say. Rox going to follow you, or Rox going out on their own? Rox said there's no eggs per brood. I have a feeling that Rox is kind of wrong. Okay, well, the answer to that question is, in fact, 2. The first
Yeah.
egg is laid in the evening, and the second the next morning. Wow. Have you like raised doves or something?
No,
Oh.
but animals I know. I
Animals,
totally knew that.
animals, you know. All right. Slipping boys, blah. Slipping Boise saying, don't trust the rocks. Since I couldn't get out slipping boys. All right. Well, we're moving on then. Okay. Here we go. Next question. As of 2019, how many Academy Awards has Michelle Pfeiffer won for acting? Say it again. As of 2019, how many Academy Awards has Michelle Pfeiffer won for acting? This is for the win, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the win.
They're asking a total up to 2019.
Yes. And remember, there's only 3 answers. 0, 1, or 2.
Yep. Oh boy, this is going to be a total guess. I have no idea.
Look at the wife. Confer with the wife.
Yeah. I'm going to have to say 0.
0. All right.
Yep. That's what my instincts say.
Rocks? What do you have to, what are your instincts, Rocks? What do you think about this? Rocks is also saying 0. All right. Well, the answer to that question is, in fact, 0. She'd been nominated 3 times for Dangerous Liaisons, The Fabulous Baker Boys, and Love Field, but she has never won. Well, we got a problem here. You both kind of are in the same spot. So we're going to do a tiebreaker question here.
Uh-oh, sudden death.
We're in sudden death. We're going with the tiebreaker question. Let me get the board back on the camera there. I'm doing double camera duty. On to the tiebreaker question. Here we go. A brawl moment. All right. What did Captain Picard call his first officer in Star Trek The Next Generation? How is that a...
I know, that's a gift. That's too easy.
Well, I'll read it again. What did Captain Picard call his first officer in Star Trek The Next Generation?
Number 1.
Number 1. All right, so your guess is 1, yes?
Absolutely.
Well, let's see if Rox watches Star Trek, because, you know, The Next Generation was worth watching, so, you know, maybe he did. It called them number 2. Well, Rox, you're wrong, buddy. The correct answer is number 1. Make it so. Wharf Rat has achieved what only one other person has achieved so far. And that is beating the box of rocks. You know, sir, I can say you are absolutely smarter than a box of rocks. It was close, though.
It was. I was wondering there myself for a few minutes.
It was close. It was close. I have changed it. There we go. All right. I think, sir, well, thank you for playing. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a great holiday. I haven't talked to you in a while, man.
Thanks. It's been a good holiday. How about for you?
Busy and great, and not really jet lagged, but tired, and but all that good stuff. It was good. We had a good time.
Yep, little rundown from the post-holiday.
Yeah, but now
that's how it goes.
Yeah, now we're kind of chilling though. We're absolutely chilling. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna pass you off back to the holding area, and while Goblin does not have a microphone, we're gonna bring him in as the next contestant. Thanks for playing, Wharf Rat, and thanks for keeping your spot, buddy. All right, so it is now Goblin's turn. So everybody in chat, please do not answer the question. Remember, Goblin, you're answering 0, 1, or 2 to all of the questions. And let me get the board back in position here. Let me get this box of rocks going on. All right. Are you ready, sir? Are you ready, Sir Goblin? Let me know. I know there's a delay, so I will wait for the delay. No worries there. Terrifying, but you're ready, right? All right. All right, we're ready to go. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to ask you the question here. Oh my God. How many eyebrows does the Mona Lisa have? I'll say it again. How many eyebrows does the Mona Lisa have? I'll wait for your answer. And then we'll see what the rocks have to say. Because the rock says the rocks are really, they're coming up. You're going to go with 2. All right, you're going to go with 2. Well, let's see what the rocks say. Let's see what the rocks have to say about this. The rocks are saying 1. The Mona Lisa has a unibrow. All right, well, cool. You never know. You never know if the box of rocks or you are right. Let's see. Let's see what the answer is. The answer to the question is remarkably 0. And 2007, a scan showed that Da Vinci painted her with brows, but too many restorations plucked them away. So the answer, as of 2007, is 0. So neither of you have won that point. Rocks and you stay in the same position. Let's move on to the next question. How many Nobel Prizes are awarded in Norway? How many Nobel Prizes are awarded in Norway? Remember, the answers can only be 0, 1, or 2. We'll get the rocks kind of warmed up. All right, you're going with 0. Okay, cool. Let's see what rocks have to say. Rocks? What does rocks have? Rocks are following you with 0 as well. All right, well, let's see what the answer to that question is, because I don't even know this yet. 1. Actually, the answer to the question is 1. Only the Nobel Peace Prize is handed out in Norway. All others are awarded in Sweden. Okay, well, that's something new. I learned something new today. I hope you all learned something new today. Don't ever trust a box of rocks with the answers. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on to the next question. We have no score. This is a no-score game so far. How many sequels in the movie Back to the Future were made? How many sequels to the movie Back to the Future were made? I like that show. I like that show. That show is good. 2. Okay, so you're saying 2. Well, what do rocks have to say about this? Rocks, what are you thinking? You've seen Back to the Future, right? Michael J. Fox? Loved it. Loved it. Who was the female co-star in that? His girlfriend was kind of cute in the first one. All right, rocks are saying 1. Only 1. Well, the actual answer to that question is 2. Despite fans' hopes for another Marty McFly return, director Robert Zemeckis stated in 2018, we're going to leave it alone. 2. 2 is the answer. Goblin got it correct. He moves up. He puts 1 point on the board, ladies and gentlemen. 1 point on the board. On to the next question, sir. Can you keep your slice and dice position, or will you get replaced by Mini Queenie? How many letters are blue in the eBay logo? How many letters are blue in the eBay logo? Don't be going to the internet looking it up either. Come on. How many letters are blue? 1. All right, let's see what the rocks have to say. Rocks, what do you guys say about this? What do you guys say? You know the internet, right, Rocks? You absolutely probably do. All right, well, the rocks are also saying 1, and the correct answer to that question is, in fact, 1. Only the B is blue in the name of the online auction house founded in 1995 by Pierre Omadar. I think that's how you say his last name. Pierre, if you're watching, sorry, buddy, I screwed up your last name. I think he's over it. You and Rocks both had it correct. Oh, you actually moved forward. You guys both move forward. You're still in the lead. Rocks is right behind you. All right. The rocks are cheating. They might be. You never know. Let's see. Okay, here's the next question for you. I hope you're ready for this. Wharf Rat would like this question, maybe. How many more arms than an octopus does a squid have? How many more arms than an octopus does a squid have? That's kind of interesting. That is kind of fascinating question. I've never, while eating them, I have never thought to count their arms. I have, I'm just like, ooh, this is good. With a little, let's dip it and eat it. And so you know that one. Good. Okay, well, keep it to yourself, boys. Technically, are they arms or well, I would assume they would be the same thing. But the wordage on this is how many more arms than an octopus does a squid have? So it says the word arms. I'm looking for a 0, a 1, or a 2. You're saying the answer to the question you're providing is 2. Is that correct? You're providing a 2, or are you thinking this out? You're typing it and you're thinking it out. You're kind of working it. You're trying to think, oh, okay, well, wait a minute here. All right, so you're saying the answer is 2. All right, well, let's see what Rox have to say about this. Rox, what do you have to say? Rox says 1. That's what Rox says. I kind of bumped the board a little bit too, but we're still on the correct numbers. Rox say 1, you say 2. The correct answer is in fact 0. Both have 8 arms, with suckers along most of the lengths. Squids also have 2 tentacles, with suckers only at the ends. So I guess arms and tentacles are 2 completely different things when it comes to talking about squid and octopus, or octopi. We won't go there. Well, you guys are both wrong. All right, well, that's kind of fascinating. I learned something new again today. I learned that octopus and octopi and squiddies are kind of like the same arm-related things, which is just fantastic. Here's the next question for you. Let's see if you got the answer to this one. In the Olympic 5-ring logo, how many rings does the red one touch? In the Olympic 5-ring logo, how many rings does the red one touch? It's kind of things you don't think about. When you're watching the Olympics and enjoying the Olympics, you're not counting how many rings anything touches there. It just, I don't ever do that. Let's see. I'm going to pre-shake. I'm going to get Box of Rocks ready. Goblin, we're looking for an answer, buddy. We're looking for an answer. Stay off the internet. Be a man to your word. Box of Rocks is ready with his answer. What is your answer for that question? You want me to read it again? I will read it again for you, but I'm looking for an answer. Looking for an answer across the internet, waiting for somebody to type some letters. Come and give it to me. Hopefully my stream didn't die, because nobody's saying anything. Come on, guys. Somebody say something, so I know that people are alive in there.
Okay, Google.
What do we got? Oh, hello and something. Okay, well, I got those 2 things. I think he said 2. The last 2 was to the get lag, video cuts in and out sometimes. My stream is good. It must be on your end. I don't think. Oh, you said 2 rings touch red. It has to be at least 2 rings. Okay, I missed all of that. I don't know why I missed all that, but let me refresh chat and get that going. because that cut off. That was really, really strange. So I actually had to go back in to the live stream pop-out chat. Yep, I got a little lag too. All right, he said 2. Said 2. All right, beautiful. All right, he said 2. The rocks are ready with the answer. Let's see what the rocks have to say. The rocks say 1. All right. The answer to the question of in the Olympic 5 ring logo, how many rings does the red one touch? The answer is in fact 1. The red ring is in the first row on the far right and only touches the green ring. Oh, box of rocks ties it up. Rocks, way to go, Rocks, buddy. Way to go. All right, well, we've got a nail biter going on here. We have a nail biter going on here. All right, well, let me get you another question. Another question. All right. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a fascinating question because I had no idea. So here it is. How many fingers was Jerry Garcia, rock guru from the Grateful Dead, missing from his right hand? How many fingers was Jerry Garcia, rock guru of the Grateful Dead, missing from his right hand? Your answer is 1. Let's see what the box of rocks has to say. I didn't pre-shake. Let me give him a little shake now. 1 finger gone. Probably lost it to an alligator, because that happens all the time. The box of rocks says he had all of his fingers. Well, the answer to that question is actually, in fact, 1. The missing digit is middle finger. Did not stop Jerry from playing a mean guitar. You are correct, sir. You have advanced. 1 more correct answer, and you will beat a box of rocks. You will keep your position as slasher. Dasher, there you go. Are you ready for your next question? Possibly your final question. Are you ready? All right, here we go. It helped him. It didn't get in his way. Right. All right. Here it is. In a traditional game of dominoes, how many dominoes can be played on both their sides and their ends? Let me reread that question. In a traditional game of dominoes, how many dominoes can be played on both their sides and their ends? Let's get rocks ready. All right, rocks. Rocks are ready. Zero dominoes. All right, your answer is 0. All right, remember, for those people that are just coming in, the answers can only be 0, 1, or 2. And let's see what Rocks has to say about this. Rocks says 2. Let's find out what the answer is, because I don't know what the answer is either. The actual answer is 1. All dominoes except for the first double played or spinner can be played only on 2 sides. What? See, I'm not a dominoes player. I mean, I don't know how to play dominoes. The only thing I've ever done with dominoes is like, stack them up and then like push them down. So, that's crazy, right? All dominoes except for the first double played or spinner can be played only on 2 sides. Crazy. All right, well, none of you got it. Rocks didn't get it. You didn't get it. Let's move on to the next question then. For those of you guys that are just now joining me, we're playing Are You Dumber Than a Box of Rocks? Now, we played XCOM last night, and the girls' team, seriously kicked butt. It was pretty dicey there for a moment or two, but they pulled it out, and they did a great job. So I said today, well, since they're doing such a great job, the boys got to step up. So we're playing Are You Dumber Than a Box of Rocks? If you win, then you get to keep your spot in the A team. If you lose your spot to the A team for your equivalent player in the girls team for the big mission, which is, You know, that's the chosen mission. You don't want to be out of the chosen mission. That's all I got to say. All right, so are you ready for the next? Oh, and for those of you that are watching, please do not answer any question. Goblin is playing right now. He can only use chat to answer his questions. So please wait for him to at least answer his question before you chime in with yours. All right, are you ready for the next question, sir? Are you ready? All right, here we go. Of comedian George Carlin's 7 no-word answers that can never be said on TV, how many don't have 4 letters in them? I'll read it to you again. Of comedian George Carlin's 7 no words that can never be said on TV, how many don't have 4 letters in them? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Your answer is 2. All right. Box of Rocks says, this could possibly be for the win here. Box of Rocks also says, Box of Rocks says 1. Box of Rocks says 1. Goblin says 2. You want me to write them? Goblin says 2. The actual answer is 2. And then it gives a bunch of weird characters, and it says, "Nuff said." So, Goblin has won his seat, kept and maintained his seat in the A team. It is amazing that all of my boys are smarter than a box of rocks. You know, you never can tell. You can't tell about a person. You know, sometimes they're smarter than a box of rocks. Sometimes they're not smarter than a box of rocks. But, you know, Goblin is obviously smarter, Nerd is smarter, and Wharf Rat are smarter. So, you know, I think this is boding pretty well for the A team. I think they're in pretty good shape. All right. Well, we're waiting for other people to come in. I haven't seen any of my other boys yet. So DBA said he was going to be a little bit late, so he might be pulling in soon. Justin, he's got some things going on, so I don't know if we're going to see him. Dave, I haven't quite seen Dave yet either. So we're going to, Teen usually fills in as a second. If we need a second healer or if somebody is in dire need of rest or something, Teen usually slips into the A team's position. Now that's kind of like an honor thing for Teen because he's a good kid. He's a good player. And, so he's kind of in between. He's the floater, he's that, what do they call that in soccer? He's that soccer guy that's in the middle that does everything. Right. So here we go. We're going to bring Teen in and we're going to see if Teen is actually, now Teen is a teen, right? So he's going to school and stuff. So he might have the answer to all these questions. We don't know. Let's find out. Creatine. What's up, buddy?
Not doing much.
Teen doesn't sound too confident here. Teen, how you been, man? How was your holidays, buddy?
Pretty good. Spent time with family.
Good. Did you get everything you wanted under the Christmas tree? Was Santa good to you?
Well, I got a lot of gum, so.
You got a lot of gum. That's kind of funny because I gave my kids gum too. Usually the stocking stuffer is always filled with some sort of candy or treat or whatever. And they were at the end of it. They were like, "Wow, we got a lot of candy." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I don't know what to say." All right, well, sir, are you ready to begin this game? I have reset everything. We're all equal, and my box of rocks is they're pumped up. They've answered a lot of questions correctly.
But they've also lost.
That they have lost every single game so far, but we're not. They're not discouraged by that. They're okay with that. They know that they're warming up. There's a victim that's coming sooner or later.
Yep. That's what I'm worried about.
All right. Well, are you ready?
Sure.
All right. All right. First question for you and Rocks. First question for you and Rocks, and here we go. How many U.S. states have hosted both the Summer and Winter Olympics? I'll give it to you again. How many U.S. states have hosted both the Summer and Winter Olympics?
0.
Your answer is 0. Well, let's see what Rocks has to say about that. I don't know what Rox has to say. Let me give Rox a good shake. Let's see what Rox has to say. Rox says 1. Well, let's see what the answer to the question is. The actual answer to that question of how many states have hosted both the Winter and Summer Olympics is, in fact, 1. California hosted the 1932 and the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles and the 1960 Winter Olympics in Squaw Valley. While Teen was wrong on that, Box of Rocks actually kind of breaks out with the first question and jumps into the early lead. Are you ready for your next question, sir?
Yes.
Rocks, you ready? Rocks are ready. Rocks are so ready, he knocked the score out of there. That up real fast. Oh. All right, here we go. Next question. How many academic degrees does Dr. Seuss have? How many academic degrees does Dr. Seuss have? 1. All right. Well, a box of rocks. What do you got to say about that? You read Seuss, right? Rocks and socks in a box. Box of Rocks actually says 2. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. I don't know anything about Dr. Seuss. Is he really a doctor, or is that a made-up name? The answer to the question is 1. Theodore Seuss, I'm not even going to try the last name, graduated from Dartmouth and never earned a doctorate. He called himself Dr. Seuss as a joke. But the answer to the question is, in fact, 1. Creatine on the board. Woo! Move your little person up. Good job, man. You've tied the rocks. Let's go on to the next. Let's go on to the next question. I know it's pretty intimidating. The box of rocks is pretty intimidating. What is the 4th digit in the registry number NCC 170 identifying the USS Enterprise in Star Trek? What is the 4th digit in the registry number NCC 170 identifying the US Enterprise in Star Trek?
I'm going to have to say 0.
0. It is 0. All right. Box of Rocks, what do you have to say about this?
I just want to say I don't watch Star Trek at all, so I don't know this.
Box of Rocks actually says 1. Well, and the answer to the question is, in fact, 1. The celebrated starship NCC 170-1 was captained by James T. Kirk on his historic 5-year mission. Box of Rocks was warming up on the first couple guys and takes on the next question. Camel Turret, we're doing pretty well. How you doing, bud? Marubu, what's going on? This is thrilling. It is thrilling, isn't it? I find it pretty exciting myself. Are you ready for your next question, sir?
Yeah.
All right. How many times has the X Game been held in Athens? How many times has the X Games been held in Athens? Athens. That's Greece. Athens! I wonder what they chant. Did they chant in Latin or Greek? Or they just like, Delta, comma, Rema, whoa!
My answer is 1.
Your answer is 1. Box of Rocks, what do you have to say, sir? Box of Rocks also says 1. Ooh, what's the answer to the question? Because you know what? I don't know. The actual answer to the question is 0. Dude, the ancient Greeks weren't doing like double McTwists on a half pipe. Oh my God. All right. Well, you both got it wrong. That's good. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. Let's move on to the next question. Box of Rocks, you ready? Okay. Box of Rocks is ready. Let's see here. How many seas border Bulgaria? How many seas border Bulgaria? 1. Whoa, with a quick answer. Like that. Pooh. In your face. Pooh. Do it again. Pooh. All right.
1.
1. In your face. 1. All right. Geography guy. Oh, nice. Nice. Let's see if the Box of Rocks is also a geography guy. He might be. He gets out there.
Geography, so.
He is. Box of Rocks actually also says 1. Wow, box of rocks and creatine are geography guys both. Well, I don't know the answer to this. How many is it? The answer is actually one. Both the other than the Black Sea to the east and the Danube River to the north, Bulgaria is land bordered. So it is one. Well, the unfortunate news here is Box of Rocks is one question away from winning this tournament. Ooh, Rocks. Rocks had to do it to somebody. Okay, but here it is. Are you ready for the next question, sir?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know what? You're a teenager, so maybe you'll know the answer to this question. How many pickles did McDonald's sneakily remove from the double cheeseburger in 2008 as a cost-cutting strategy? I'll read it to you again. How many pickles did McDonald's sneakily remove from their double cheeseburgers in 2008 as a cost-cutting strategy? I didn't know that it was like, that big of a thing. You're going to say two. You're going to say two. They removed 2 pickles. All right, well, we're going to see what Box of Rocks has to say. Box of Rocks likes burgers, but he doesn't like McDonald's burgers. He's a Burger King guy. Yeah, he's a Burger King guy. You don't like pickles, so you're happy that the pickles are gone. All right, well, Box of Rocks also follows your lead and says 2 as well. Oh,
It better be 1. Then.
I think Box of Rocks is psychic here. All right. Well, the actual answer to this question is 0. They did ditch the second cheese slice, though, reportedly saving $15,000 per year per restaurant. They say $15,000. What does McDonald's care about $15,000? Put the damn cheese back. All right. Well, you both got it wrong. You're safe for another round. All right, let's see here. Let's are we going again here? Let's go again. Well, you're a geography guy. I'll give you a geography question. How many American states do not border any other American states? How many American states do not border any other American states? Creatine says 2. All right, well, let's see what Box of Rocks has to say about that. Box of Rocks, you said you know your geography, right? Okay, well, let's come on. Let's see what you got to say about this. Box of Rocks says 2 as well. Box of Rocks says 2 as well. Well, where were we at? We were at 3 and 2. The actual answer to this question is, in fact, 2. Alaska is separated by the continental U.S., by Canada, and Hawaii is almost 2,500 miles away in the Pacific Ocean. Unfortunately, Rocks gets a right answer. Creatine gets a right answer, but Creatine has, in fact, lost to the Box of Rocks. Well, what does that say about our public school system, ladies and gentlemen? I mean,
Went to private school until this year.
what does that say? Well, you went to private school? Oh my God. You demand a recount? Well, I don't know what to say. Well, we're just gonna put down not. Okay, so Creatine, it was a valiant effort, sir. I mean, it was a little,
Yeah, shaky at the beginning.
Yeah, it was shaky at the beginning for sure. And yeah, well, I appreciate you playing. It's been fantastic having you on, sir.
Yep.
Well, look at it this way. You aren't really officially on the A team, so you did.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't lose too much.
You didn't lose too much, right? I don't think you lost at all, so I think you're in good shape, man. You're in good shape. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for playing. We're going to bring on the next contestant.
See ya.
All right, take it easy. All right, so looking at the board here, we only have 3 people left. We only have 3 people left for this particular competition. And unfortunately, I mean, I coached the Rocks. I might have coached the Rocks. There's a little coached them. Unfortunately, they're not here right now. So, what are we going to do? I think that, we have to have somebody come in for Justin and for Dave. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get a team going. Let's get a Justin team going, and let's get a Dave team going. So who's ever got a microphone, jump into the holding area, and we'll get you going. Oh, deliberately bad advice is here, so he can do it himself. Well, I knew he was coming. You can cover for Justin. Okay. Do you have a microphone? If you do, jump into the live stream holding area. If not, we can do this in chat as well. Of course, it's more fun to do it, and it's faster to do it in the live stream. But let's get a team member going. So you guys work it out in chat while DBA comes in, and yeah, we'll get those teams settled. You guys work it out in chat. I need a team for Justin, and I need a team for Dave. Okay. Now, when they lose their position to you guys, you have to fess up that you're dumber than a box of rocks. Okay, so just realize that. Just realize that you have to be there, and own up to it, that you couldn't answer the questions correctly and the box of rocks won. All right? All right, let's bring in our next contestant. Deliberately bad advice. Let's reset the board. DBA, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. How was your holidays, sir?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Ate a lot.
Good. Eating a lot is always good on the holidays. Was Santa nice to you?
Kinda.
Were you nice to yourself on Christmas?
I haven't bought it yet. I've been researching model numbers and everything else.
Oh. Do we get a hint? What have you been researching?
Well, I'm gonna get a new headset, and I'm gonna get a Go XLR, whatever it's called, thingamajiggy.
Is that the headset name?
No, it's an audio box that allows you to,
Oh.
separate audio channels and.
Oh, that's right. We were kind of having this question, but I didn't tell you what I was using. Do you want to see what I'm using?
Are you using a XLR?
No, I'm using a Yamaha MG 10XU.
All right. Well, I'm gonna mute your stream here real fast.
Yep.
You may get a little bit of echo.
Yep. All right. While he's got me muted. You guys who want to play as a team, figure that stuff out. And I see we have some people that will be working for whoever. I see some additional people. Make sure that you get into the live stream holding area with your microphone so we can pull you in. And let me shuffle the rest of these questions here.
All right, I'm ready for you.
You're ready for me? Okay, cool. You wrote down the number or something like that? Typed it in or whatever. All right. You're ready. Box of Rocks, you ready? Ready? Yeah, you ready? Okay. Box of Rocks is ready too. Your first question, sir. How many albums by Miles Davis are in the list of top 10 best-selling jazz albums of all time? I'll read it to you again. How many albums by Miles Davis are in the list of top 10 best-selling jazz albums of all time? Oh, do you know the rules? I know you've been away. I don't know if you've been lurking in chat or not, but
so I managed to watch Teen play, but I don't know beyond that. I don't know if there's any rules that didn't come up during his game playthrough.
Okay, well, don't answer that question. Just keep it in your mind, and I'll ask it one more time. Here are the rules. So the instructions are, I ask a question to the players and to the rocks. And then the players, or rock, and rocks answer the question with one of three possible answers. 0, 1, or 2. You only are ever going to be answering 0, 1, or 2. Why? Because rocks are dumb and they only know 3 numbers. And if you get the answer correct, you gain a point. And so the first player, or players, or the rocks considered a player as well, gets the 4 points, they win the game. Okay, back to the question. Were any of those instructions unclear?
Nope, I got it.
Okay, great. How many albums by Miles Davis are in the list of top 10 best-selling jazz albums of all time?
I don't know, so I'm going to guess 1.
1. Well, let's say what Rox has to say about that. Rox, what do you guys say? You like jazz? You like a little jazz? Or are you more of a Duke Ellington kind of guy? I think you're more of a Duke, right? You like that kind of light music? Let's see. Box of Rocks actually says 1. All right, well, let's find out what the answer to the question is, because I'm not a Miles Davis kind of guy. I'm not a Miles Davis. I do remember the movie. Oh God, come on! I'm losing it. Renee Zellweger, Tom Cruise. He's an agent, sports agent.
Yeah, I know what you're. Yeah. Show me the money.
Show me the money. Right? Yes, that movie.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Thank you, Jerry Maguire. And and that one scene where the babysitter comes out and hands him the tape and says, "Miles Davis is it." You know, that's the only thing I know about Miles Davis. All right. Well, the actual answer to that question is 2. In his 1959 album, Kind of Blue, placed first, and his Bitches Brew from 1970 is 9th. So 2. So you both got it wrong. Well,
There you go.
that's encouraging. That's encouraging
I'm
to.
not dumber than the box rock.
No, you're equal to a box of rocks at this point in time. Are you ready for your next question, sir?
Yes, I am.
Great. What is the letter value of a blank tile in a Scrabble game? I'll give it to you again. What is the letter value of a blank tile in a Scrabble game?
It's got to be a 1.
Okay, let's see what Rox has to say. Going to have to go. I have too much buffering. I hope some people have been complaining about a little bit of buffering. Let me just check my stream health. My stream health says it's excellent. So unfortunately, it's Friday. Your internet's busy. Everybody's internet is busy. I apologize about that. I really wish I could do something to help you. You can turn down the quality too. Right. All right. Well, Box of Rocks also says 1. You said 1, right?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Okay. Well, let's see here. The answer to the question of what is the letter value of a blank tile in Scrabble is actually 0.
Oh.
There are only 2 in a game, and they can represent any letter. Oh, so they're like a wild card, but you get no value for them. Wow, I learned something about Scrabble today. I'm not a Scrabble guy because I suck at spelling. So Scrabble is a very bad game for me.
Yeah, well, as long as you're playing against somebody else who also sucks at spelling, it's okay.
Yeah, right. Dummy versus dummy, and then you're arguing over the you're both arguing over the bad spelling of one word, right?
Right.
Exactly. Right. Okay. All right. Well, Boxer Box is ready for his next question. Are you?
I am indeed.
You are indeed. Okay, great. All right. Box of Rocks and DBA. How many characters on The Simpsons have 5 fingers on their hands? How many characters on The Simpsons have 5 fingers on their hands?
0.
You're going with 0. Box of Rocks. You like Simpsons, right? Do it. Box of Rocks happens to say 0 as well. Box of Rocks and you are like going neck and neck here.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah, you guys agree for sure. Well, you're
worried.
Well, here's the problem with you and Box of Rocks. Once again, you're both wrong. God and Jesus are the only 2 characters with 5 digits. Everyone else has 4. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
I guess.
Well, I guess that's because they're saying they're perfect and everybody else is imperfect.
Okay.
All right.
Yep,
All right.
gotcha.
All right. We're going on to the next question here. How many Jelly Belly licorice jelly beans do you need to eat with 2 buttered popcorn jelly beans to replicate the taste of biscotti? Oh my God, this question's crazy. Hold on. Let's say this again. How many Jelly Belly licorice jelly beans do you need to eat with 2 butterscotch or buttered, it says buttered, not butterscotch, buttered popcorn jelly beans to replicate the taste of biscotti?
Okay, it's got to be 1.
1. You think it's
One.
a 2-to-1 ratio, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what. I don't know. Maybe secretly Box of Rocks is
A Jelly Belly.
a Jelly Belly fan, right? I don't know. He might be. Let's see if he is. Well, he says 0. He says you can't replicate the taste of biscotti because it's so unique. As Josh Manchester says, biscotti, the burnt biscuit. Yes, right. Well, the answer to that question is actually 1. Yum.
Yes.
The recipe does taste remarkably like the anise-fused Italian cookies. Oh, the anise-fused Italian cookies. Wow. Interesting. Well, TBA pulls into the lead with a very obscure question. Ching.
I'm waiting for you to move my marker. There you go.
I did. Either that or you're secretly a Jelly Belly fan. Sitting around in your closet and just trying out the combinations of Jelly Belly. All right, well, let's go on to the next question. How many Minecraft characters drop apples when they fall? How many Minecraft characters drop apples when they fall? Now, Roxas, gonna prep it up here first.
Oh, I don't know. And I'm embarrassed. How can I not know a video game question? Let's be safe and go with 1.
All right, you're going with 1. Let's see what Box of Rocks goes with. Box of Rocks also goes with 1.
Stupid Box of Rocks.
All right, well, I don't know the answer to this either, but let's find out. The answer is actually, in fact, 1. The personal avatar of the game's creator, Marcus Pearson, is the only game resident who does this. Really?
Huh.
Okay, well, that's fascinating Minecraft trivia. It's so good that both you guys get a point.
Is that how it works?
It works. You're both going up. All right. Here we go. On to the next question. Other than bread and jelly or jam, how many ingredients are on a PB&J sandwich? Other than bread and jelly or jam, how many ingredients are on a PB&J sandwich?
It's peanut butter. 1.
1. You feel it's 1?
I feel it's 1.
All right. Box of Rocks. Box of Rocks says there's 0 in a PB&J sandwich because the PB doesn't really mean anything. But the answer to the question is, in fact, 1. Peanut butter provides the glue and protein that holds it all
and
together.
Flavor.
Yeah, and well, they don't say flavor. I guess that's subjective. TBA's 1 away from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you what you maintain your spot in the A team, or if you lose, you give it up to the equivalent person in the G squad. Yes. The reward to the girls for doing so well, if you can beat the Box of Rocks. How many Nordic countries made it to the quarterfinals in the 2016 World Cup? I hope you're a soccer fan because
I'm not.
Because Box of Rocks is.
Okay, well, again, to be safe, I'm gonna go with 1.
You're gonna go with 1. Frodo, we don't answer the question until the player answers the question. Nobody is to help the players. Thank you for your participation, everybody who has joined in. You're saying 1. Box of Rocks is saying 0. Let's see what the answer to the question is. The answer is actually 1. Ireland, the 34th ranked team, shockingly beat England 2-1 to reach the quarterfinals, where they lost to France 2-5. I didn't know that they were a Nordic country.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Wow. Well, DBA has won. Wow. Congratulations, DBA. You, sir, are officially smarter than a box of rocks. And more importantly, you get to keep your spot as the main healer, which is a good thing for everybody on the team.
I agree.
Yeah, since Teen did not pass this box of rocks test, that would have been really bad to lose both of you guys on the team.
Yep, sorry, no heals.
No heals at all. Go take on the Chosen and have fun with that. All right. All right. Well, thank you, sir, for playing.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully we'll play soon too.
All right.
All right, man. Bye. All right. So who is going to be playing for Just in Time? Because we're going to do Just in Time next. So who is playing for Just in Time? Put your names up and I'll pull you in. Put your names up. Okay, we can have teams. So you guys can debate it together. I don't mind having teams. Jammin', I don't see you in the holding area. So microphone would be best. Microphone would be best. I would appreciate it. I know you got a mic. Debate it in general chat. Well, you guys could debate it in general chat. Sure. And then come up with an answer. You guys want to do it that way? I mean, we could do it that way. You will? You're not ready though yet. Okay, so it's going to be Pepsi TV and Jammin' will be playing for Justin. And who's playing for Dave? 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Who's playing for Dave? 16! Who's playing for Dave? I see Aztec in the holding area. Jammin', make sure you go into general chat and test out the microphone. If you can't get it going, we'll get you in another time, buddy. All right, well, Aztec, you're going in for Dave? You're playing for... Okay, well, it's going to be Aztec and DBA are playing for Dave. So let me pull both you guys in.
Yeah,
Aztec, you're going in for Dave?
Yeah, I'm going for Dave.
Okay, well, let's mute your speakers. Not your, like, you know, your video speakers, not your headphone speakers. DBA, you're going in, right? DBA? 2-man team, that's unfair? No, that's not unfair. That's not unfair at all. They can argue about and discuss about... I'm
in.
You're in. Excellent. Okay. All right, you guys are playing for Dave. Now, Dave's a very important person in this team here. He's
our head.
He's one of the heavies. Yes, we only have 2 heavies, and he's one of them, and he kicks butt. All right, so Aztec, you there? All I hear is static, buddy. Still, all I hear is static, man.
Try again. Any better?
Yes, that is better. Much better. Okay, great. Are you guys ready for your first question?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, here it is. First question coming at you. How many times has Venus Williams beaten her sister Serena in a Wimbledon final? How many times has Venus Williams beaten her sister Serena in a Wimbledon final? Box of Rocks is getting ready. He likes tennis.
It's either 1 or
I don't know.
I think it's 1.
Okay. I will trust you on this one.
Or it's a trick question and it's the other sister who beat the other one, but we'll say 1.
You guys are agreeing to 1.
Yep.
All right, well, let's see what Box of Rocks has to say about this. Box of Rocks is also saying 1. Whoa, I'm seeing a trend happening with Box of Rocks here. All right, let's find out the answer to the question here. The answer is, in fact, 1. They faced each other in 2002. Oh, wait. They faced each other in 2002, 2003, 2008, 2009, and 2015. Venus only beat her little sis once in 2008. Both are correct. Both are good guessers. Box of Rocks was an awesome guesser. And the dynamic duel of Dave 16 was an awesome guesser as well. Let's move on to the next question. In 1989, in a 1989 song by the Canadian band Bare Naked Ladies, how many days will it take for feuding lovers to say they're sorry? I'll read it to you again. In a 1998 song by the Canadian band Bare Naked Ladies, how many days will it take for feuding lovers to say they're sorry?
2. I'm gonna go for 2. BBA.
I don't know. I always like going for 1 when I'm not sure.
Well, if you want to call for 1, I'll go for that. But
No. You said it first. We'll take 2.
Your answer is going to be 2.
We're going to.
You're going to. Well, let's see what Box of Rocks has to say. Box of Rocks follows you with 2 again. Wow, Box of Rocks, he's intuitive as hell. Let's see. The answer to the question, which I don't know the answer to here either, is in fact 2. It takes 1 week. It takes 1 week. Was the #1 song Billboard Hot 100 for 1 week. It was on there for 1 week. That's funny. The song 1 week was on the top 100 for 1 week.
In all fairness, I was alive in 1989, so.
Excellent. Well, guess what? You moved up, and so did Box of Rocks. All right,
okay, DBA, you're going to call it first, this next one, and I'll give a thumbs up or down.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it's a good question.
All right. Rocks are cheating? I know. Rocks are, I guess, like, I don't know. Let's see here. Next question. In Titanic, how many lifeboats does the older Rose recall coming back for survivors after the ship sank? In Titanic, how many lifeboats does the older Rose recall coming back for survivors after the ship sank?
All right, I know what I want to say. What are you saying, DBA?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's 0.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but where are you going to go?
Okay. Well,
Well, because
I never saw that movie. So if you saw
more
it,
than 0. Yeah, I saw it. But
okay.
I would
Well, if
say
you think it's 0, then we'll go with yours.
on the spot. All right.
Uh-huh.
What's the
Dave's
final?
life is depending on you.
What's the final answer?
0.
Final answer is 0. Well, let's see what Box of Rocks says about this. Box of Rocks said that the answer is 1. Let's find out what the real answer is. How many lifeboats? The answer to that was actually 1. 1,500 people went into the sea when Titanic sank from under it. There were 20 lifeboats floating nearby, and only 1 came back. 1. 6 were saved from the icy waters, myself included. 6 out of 1,500. The answer is 1. Box of Rocks is now
DBA, I owed you that.
in the lead.
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna lose Dave to a Box of Rocks.
Oh, wow.
No, we're not. This is just the excitement.
Okay, all right. Well, here it comes. This is a game-winning question for Box of Rocks. You ready, Rocks? Okay, Rocks is ready. Here is the question. How many siblings does Harry Potter actor Daniel Radcliffe have? How many siblings does Harry Potter actor Daniel Radcliffe have?
I have no clue.
I have no clue, but you don't like to say 0.
No. 1 is usually a pretty safe answer.
All right. We'll go with this 1.
You're going with 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a muggle.
Box of Rocks is also going with 1. Well, let's find out what the answer is, because I know
that
nothing.
means that Box of Rocks will win.
I know nothing about Daniel Radcliffe. Actually, it's 0. Like his famous character, Daniel Radcliffe is an only child. Nobody got the answer correct. Score stays the same. Box of Rocks is in the pole position to win. Jammin, did you check out your mic? You good? Give me a thumbs up. Here's the next question. How many times did Charles Schultz show the face of Charlie Brown's crush, the little red hair girl, in his Peanuts comic strip? Say it again. How many times did Charles Schultz show the face of Charlie Brown's crush, the little red hair girl, in his Peanuts comic strips?
He never showed it, but I'm trying to think if he did just at the end. EBA, I think it's 0.
Well, I do remember seeing the little redhead girl at least
the end?
once.
All
But I
right.
don't know if it was in the strip. It may have been in the animated,
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Well, this
I
says
thought it would be in the strip. I'll say, if you want to go with one.
this does say comic strip. Okay, so
comic strip. I never saw it in the comic strip, unless
Okay,
it was.
well, let's go with 0 then. Let's
okay. Well, let's
cross
see what
our fingers.
you guys are going.
What the
You
box
go,
says.
you're going right. You go with 0. All right. Let's see
Yep.
what Rox has to say. Rox says 1 time. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The answer to the question that decides Dave's fate. Was the little red hair girl showed at any time in the Peanuts comic strip? And the answer is 0.
Yes.
She had appeared in various Peanuts specials and movies, though, but she never showed her face in the comic strip.
In the
We
comics.
are tied again. The nail biter's on. Oh my God. Box of Rocks or Dave? Dave rocks. Dave rocks. Next question. Okay, well, we'll go with this. Of the 10 highest mountains in the U.S., how many are not in Alaska? Of the 10 highest mountains in the U.S., how many are not in Alaska?
I'm gonna say 1 to be safe. What do you think? You know the
I'll
answer?
go for 1.
Hold on, gotta kill a spider.
Because I'm trying to think of
Spider
what
safe.
Mount
Hold on, I
Rainier
gotta
in
kill it.
Washington, and then anything else I can't think would be Alaska. So we'll go with 1, like DBA says.
You go with 1. All right, I live in Chicago. I don't let any spider live. I don't know what a brown recluse looks like, but I don't want to meet one. All right, let's see here. Box of Rocks, what do you have to say, bud? I shook you, right? Well, let's shake you again. You get a double shake. Box of Rocks says 0. You guys said what?
1.
1. Okay. How many of the 10 highest mountains in the U.S., how many are not in Alaska? The answer is 0.
No.
Of the 11th highest is Mount Whitney in California at 14,000 feet tall. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have lost Dave. The Box of Rocks
So rough.
has beaten Dave.
I
Dave
was bonded to Dave.
is you were triple bonded to Dave. You weren't just single bonded, you were triple bonded with Dave. Well, gentlemen, thank you for playing. I really appreciate it. We're going to see what happens to Justin with the next Motley Crew. And you guys break the news to Dave when he plays, okay?
Nope. He's not hearing it from me.
He's not hearing it from you. All right, we'll see you guys later.
All right.
Right.
Bye.
All right, we're going to decide the fate of Justin. We've lost 2 players in the A team so far. The rest have made it. Will we lose Justin to the A team? Let's bring in the team representing Justin into the voice channel now. Pepsi TV, what's going on, buddy? Your audio's really low. Can you get it closer to your face?
I can make it louder a bit.
Yep.
I can make myself louder.
There you go. Do that. Keep going up. Talk.
Is that better or?
Oh, this is much better. Keep it right there. Can everybody hear? Can somebody type in chat if you can hear him just fine? Hold on. We're waiting for chat to come back. 5 by 5. Okay, we're good. All right. Jammin', we're bringing Jammin' in. Jammin', how you doing? All right. We're here. All right. Well, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. You guys are playing for Justin. I hope your holidays went well if you celebrate. And are you ready for your first question?
Yes, I would normally say let's get this bread, but we are against rocks, so let's get these rocks.
How about you, Jammin'? You ready?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. First question. How many of the Spice Girls have blue eyes? I'll say it again. How many of the Spice Girls have blue eyes? Remember, your answers are always going to be 0, 1, or 2. Box of Rocks, why don't you get ready?
No, I'm too young for that. What do you think?
I'll say 1.
Yeah, let's go with the safe option.
You're going to go the safe option of 1. Okay, you guys both agree on that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, Box of Rocks also says 1. All right. Well, Box of Rocks, yeah, he's been pretty intuitive in the last couple games. Let's see what happens here. The actual answer to who has blue eyes in the Spice Girl is 2. Baby Spice and Ginger Spice both are sporting blue eyes. Well, neither of you guys got that right, so we stay at 0-0. Let's move on to the next question. How many Australian states are fully detached islands? How many Australian states are fully detached islands? What do you guys think?
I'll say 2.
Pepsi?
I think it's 2.
You guys are going to both agree on 2?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys both agree on 2? Let's see what the Box of Rocks has to say. Box of Rocks says 1. Let's find out what the answer is. All right, the answer to the question of Australian states and what are fully detached islands is actually, in fact, 1. Tasmania is the only detached state. Box of Rocks jumps ahead, ladies and gentlemen, with scoring the first question. Let's move on to the next question. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
In the nursery rhyme, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran down the clock when it struck what number? In the nursery rhyme, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran down the clock when it struck what number?
I'll say 1.
Okay, let's go with the safe option.
Okay, you guys are going to go with 1. Let's see what Box of Rocks has to say. Box of Rocks says 1 as well. Let's see what the answer is. The answer to the question is actually 1. The rhyme's origins have been linked to many things, including astronomical clocks, Westmoreland sheeps, and a former Lord Protectorate of England. Hickory Dickory Dock went down the clock when the clock struck 1. Well, you guys both got it right. We're moving up. We're advancing. Rocks advances to 2, and Justin advances to 1. Let's move on to the next question. How many Major League Baseball teams have never played in the World Series? How many Major League Baseball teams have never played in the World Series?
Oh no, my European disadvantage.
I'll say 2.
Okay, let's try that.
All right, let's see what Box of Rocks has to say. Box of Rocks says 1. Oh, this could be interesting, right? All right, so the answer to that question, Major League Baseball teams that have never played in the World Series, is 2. Now you got to remember when this was printed. This was printed in 2019, but I think it was early 2019. They were both played in a championship series. Neither the Seattle Mariners nor the Washington Nationals have gone any further. Now we know the Nationals have won recently, but as this the time this card was printed, it says 2. You guys have the correct answer. You're tied with The Rock.
Yes.
All right. Well, Justin is he's being saved here. All right. Moving on to the next question. How many minutes did it take Lincoln to give the Gettysburg Address? How many minutes did it take Lincoln to give the Gettysburg Address?
I'm going to say 1.
Okay, let's try those save option.
You're going to say 1? You guys agree on 1?
Yes.
Let's see what the Box of Rocks has to say about this. The Gettysburg Address, that was, I haven't read the whole thing. Isn't that pretty long, though? All right. Box of Rocks has said also 1. All right, well, let's find out if you guys are both right. The answer is actually 2. Good old Abe spoke only 272 words that day, but each and every word was memorable. It took him 2 minutes to say 217 words. Both got it wrong. All right, let's move on to the next question. How many book sales did Amazon.com boast before 1995? How many book sales did Amazon.com boast before 1995?
I'm going to say 2.
Yeah, it's probably 2.
You guys got to come to consensus on 2? Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what the Box of Rocks has to say about that. The Box of Rocks says 0. The answer to the question of how many books did Amazon.com sell before 1995 is actually, in fact, 0. On April 3rd, 1995, Amazon's first customer software engineer, John Wainwright, spent $27 on a book. The answer was 0. Box of Rocks jumps ahead into the lead. Justin is very scared. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. All right. You guys need to redeem him. Here's the next question. How many people have been nominated posthumously for the Nobel Prize this century? How many people have been nominated posthumously for the Nobel Prize this century?
I would say 2.
Okay, let's try the high numbers.
You're going to try high numbers. You're both going to go with 2.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Box of Rocks is going to give his prediction. The Box of Rocks also says 2. The answer to the question is actually 0. Nominations after death have not been allowed since 1974. You cannot get the Nobel Prize if you're dead. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Still got a nail biter. Box of Rocks could win this, knocking Justin out of the A team and the chosen battle. All right. Here's the question. How many earthworms are formed when you divide 1 in half? How many earthworms are formed when you divide 1 in half?
I would say 2.
It's 2.
You both say 2. All right. We're going to ask Box of Rocks. Box of Rocks says 1 earthworm. All right, well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? The answer to the question of how many earthworms are formed when you cut them in half is 1. Only the front section lives on, if it's lucky, and the lost body part is at least partially grown back. Ouch. Justin has died. He is no longer on the A team. We have lost 3 members on the A team, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that is correct. What is right. I want to thank you guys for playing. Appreciate you coming in and playing for Justin. Too bad he wasn't here, but he is out.
We are sorry for us.
Yeah, I admit my mother and routes.
All right, well, you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, well, that concludes the mission for this evening. So, unfortunately, we have lost some players here out of the A team. Dave, 16, Dave didn't show up for this mission, which is unfortunate. He didn't get to play for himself, but DBA and Aztec get to inform him that they have knocked him off of the A team for the next chosen mission. This is just for one mission, ladies and gentlemen. Justin is also off, and Teen is also off, which is tough because on those chosen missions, I did want to do a 2 combination healer scenario just to make sure everybody else survived. So if you guys wipe on that mission, blame Team for not being a smart team in a private school. In a private school, by the way. And Justin and Dave are dead because, you know, you guys aren't smarter than a box of rocks. I don't know what to tell you guys. So at any rate, I appreciate all the contestants that came on tonight. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what you thought of this. What did you guys think of this format? What did you guys think of gaming like this? Because this is something that I have tons of games. And we can definitely set up a board here and play games together. Of course, I'd be controlling everything, but you guys would tell me what to do for your moves. And, you know, yeah, what do you think about this? Let me know what you think about this. If you thought it was a really good idea, it seems like a lot of fun. It's a nice way to have, maybe this could be a Friday evening kind of thing. Because in these type of games, you know, board games, you can get more than 2 people playing. You can get, you know, typically anywhere from 6 to 8 people playing in a board game, depending on the board game. And, you know, the more people there are, the longer it takes, which is actually pretty good. So at any rate, thank you guys again. Have a wonderful evening. Have a great weekend. I'll probably be streaming this weekend since I was off for the last week. So expect to see more. Currently, right now, my videos that I've been posting have been Transport Fever 2, mainly because I'm sucked into it, man. I love Transport Fever. Those management games, city builder games, that type of stuff, I really get into as well. But we'll get back to Astroneer. I do want to get some more presents done for Astroneer, so we'll do a stream on that as well. And at any rate, have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoyed having you here. Love you all. See you later. Good night. Good night, everybody.